How's it going, guys? Alright, so I'm going to create a quick guide on how to actually do the gauntlet. I was taking a look around. I don't really see many out there. So I'm going to make the assumption that you know how to get here, all that stuff. But if you don't, it's pretty straightforward. What you're going to want to do is be in Prifddinas, I believe it's pronounced. And then right up here is the entrance to the actual gauntlet. I personally put my house here. It makes it a little bit easier, I find. You can also charter a ship, or if you have the Elf Camp teleport, you can teleport down there. But get here however you're going to get here. Enter this portal. So once you enter, this is actually the entrance here to the gauntlet. You can't do the corrupt one until you've actually finished at least one run of the original. I personally have not finished the corrupt one yet. I've only tried it twice. It is a lot harder. As you can see, there's a lot less completions. But I'm going to bring up a notepad here on screen to kind of give us a brief walkthrough. I'm not very good when it comes to editing videos or anything like that, so this right here is kind of a quick walkthrough of what you're going to want to do. So to start off, it's kind of like Dungeoneering in RuneScape 3, if you've ever played that. But essentially what you're going to want to do to start off is it's going to load you into the game. You're going to be in a main loading room. This room is going to be kind of like your home base. So it's got a range in there. You've got a place to fill water. You've got a place to create your items. You have recipe books in there. And then you also have the entrance to the boss room. You can enter the boss room at any point in time. However, you're definitely going to want to prepare yourself first. So first thing I recommend people do, just kind of follow this to start off. But first thing you're going to want to do is kind of go out exploring. So you're going to want to first find 7 crystal ore, 7 lineum trinium, which is cloth essentially, 7 friend bark. You're going to want to find a weapon frame, a grim leaf, and 250 plus crystal shards. And then once you have all of those items, you're going to teleport back using the teleport crystal they give you at the start of the game. First thing you're going to want to do is make your bow. Then you're going to want to upgrade your bow. And then you're going to want to make plate, legs, and helm, all tier 1. Make a vial. Make a teleport crystal again for easy access back here. And then before you leave the room, you're going to fill your vial with water. And you're going to drop the remaining ore, trinium, and friend that you have. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to go out and you have to find the dark beast, the dragon. Well, you're going to want to find the dark beast no matter what, because you're going to use range. But then you're also going to want to find either the dragon or the bear, depending on what your second choice is. I recommend melee. It's a lot quicker. So the bear will drop your melee upgrade. The dark beast will drop the range upgrade. And the dragon will drop the mage upgrade. Now, it is possible to run into multiple dark beasts, multiple dragons, and multiple bears. The first one you kill will always drop those items associated with them. So the beast will drop the range, dragon the mage, and the bear will always drop the melee the first time. If you run into it a second time, you can kill it, and it has a chance to drop one of the other items the other ones can drop. But that's what you're essentially looking for. Now, I have found that these tend to be on the outskirts of the map, and I'll show you that when we get in there. But aside from that, you're going to be doing stuff along the way. So number 1, you're going to find some spots to fish so you can gather food along the way. This is why we dropped all this stuff back there so we could fill our inventory up with food. You're also going to want to grab 1 additional grim leaf along the way. This can be dropped by monsters, or you can find patches of it along the way you can pick. Each patch only obtains 1 of them. And you'll also need to kill some smaller monsters if you can't get a second frame from the beast, dragon, or bear. And then the other thing, you're going to have at least another 250 plus crystals. And then once you have that, you're going to teleport back again. Once you teleport back again, you're going to want to cook all the food that you have in your inventory that you've obtained. And then once you do that, you're going to drop that. You're going to pick up the supplies that you had dropped before, so the ore, trinium, and friend. And you're going to upgrade your top and bottom to tier 2. You're going to make a halberd or a staff, depending on if you want major range, or major melee. And then you're going to upgrade that along with your bow to tier 3. And then once that's done, you're going to pick up your food. And if you want to grab more, make another teleport crystal, and then go back out, grab some more food, and then teleport back in. This will just depend on how much time you have. If you follow it in this order, and you get fairly lucky with finding the stuff, you can finish the main part in about 5 minutes, and then the boss fight will take anywhere between 2 to 3 minutes, just depending. This is pretty straightforward. I'll kind of get into it a little bit more once we jump in there. But the reason why we're getting a Grim Leaf and making a vial at the very start is because the Grim Leaf will actually turn into a potion that will heal both prayer, as well it will heal your stamina. So it'll give you run energy and act as a stamina potion. So it's very important to have this for this phase here when you're running around looking for the upgrades for your weapons. The reason you're grabbing a second one is because you're actually going to use all of it while you're running around, and at the very end before you go in, you'll drink the rest of your potion to reheal your run and prayer before going in, and then you'll make another potion just for the fight there. So that's what I definitely recommend there. And that is pretty much that. So what we'll do, I'm going to bring you guys through a run and just kind of commentate a little bit. That way you guys can get a feel for how it's going. Alright, so let's get in there and I'll kind of show you the way that it works. Alright, so hopping in, it puts you in the exact same spot every single time. I'll open the minimap here for you. So as you can see, you're always going to be next to the boss room. This is the boss, and this is the range. This is the water fill pump. This is the orb that you're going to be using to, or not orb, but what you use to make everything with. So first things first, click on the wall here to light your node. Now I recommend having Piety set up as your quick prayer, just to make it a little bit easier to kill these with. I do recommend using this to kill as it has the best stats. So the reason we're killing these is because the monsters will actually drop the frame for us, which is what we need. They will also sometimes drop the teleport crystals, which is really good if you can grab a couple of those. Just speed up your run a little bit. Alright, so there we go. So that's the frame that I was regarding. This is the Grim Root. So as you can see, the monster dropped one, but if it doesn't, you can pick it up from here. You can have more than one on you at the same time too. But that's it. So then we're just going to go along the rooms here. So this is the bark. So every single thing will always give you 3. So the ore, the bark, and the cotton or linen, whatever you call it, will always give you that. So what you do is you mine 2 and then 1 off the other one. And the second I get an XP drop from here, I just drop my axe, so I don't need it anymore. So that saves me an inventory spot. Alright, so nothing over there. Unicorns are a little bit higher level, so I don't recommend killing them until you get at least your first upgrade. So this is the ore. There's a couple monsters in that room, so I'm going to see if I can find one that's close to my entrance. Fishing spots, these are good to have right next to the entrance. Okay, so that's great. That'll be my food there. So that helps out a ton. It's a lot of RNG based. Okay, here we go. So this right here. So again, fishing spots right next to my entrance. That's great. Normally it doesn't happen like that. Okay, so 3. I got my 3. I need to mine, so I got 2 deposits here. I know I have a third one over there that I can grab. So 1, 2, 3. And you'll notice that I'm building up these crystal shards. So you'll get crystal shards from everything that you do, from killing monsters to gathering. So that's why, there we go. Killing monsters should really be a last priority. I'm just going to loop back around here. There we go. Okay, so same deal with this. I already have 6. I only need 7. Second to get the XP drop, I just drop my pick, because that saves me some room. So what I'm looking for now is just the cotton there. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to pick all of this one and then 1 off the other one. 2, 3. Now you can see I only have 142 shards, so I definitely want more than that before I go back, in order to be able to make the stuff that I need. So I'll just kill a couple of the rats because they're really simple to break down. There we go. Don't be afraid to pray in here either, because you're going to be restoring all your prayer that you use up there. I still don't have enough. That's okay. I'm going to go back anyway. It's best not to waste time in these. So what are we going to do? First things first, come over here. Most important thing for you to make off the hop is going to be your bow. Just because that makes everything so much easier. Now, I already have a crystal, so I don't need to worry about making a teleport crystal. So that saves me a little bit. So top, bottom, I'll have enough to make vial already, so I'm going to make my helm. Okay, so I'm going to equip this to save myself some space. I am going to drop this stuff in here. Now I'm also going to fill up my vial with water. I'm going to use that on it. There we go. And now I know that these are already next to me. So I am actually going to fish them because I just ran out of run energy actually. So I'm just looking for one more crystal here. If I can grab, there we go. I can use that on that. And that gives me back my run. Okay. So now I'm looking for the upgrades for my weapons. So I find that these are normally on the outskirts, the bigger monsters that is. So all that we're doing is just looking for that. Okay, so I found the end of the hallway here. Nope, nothing there. Okay. There we go. So this is the Dark Beast. Dark Beast, he upgrades your bow and he will also shoot you with range. I recommend praying against these guys. They do hit pretty hard. They can hit you for 20 pluses. There we go. So once he's dead, so these guys will also drop the frame. There we go. So when I do it in a zigzag, so open that room and this room. I've never found them in here, but I just do it anyway, just to be safe. There's the bear. Okay, so the bear is what I want because he will actually upgrade your melee weapon, which is your halberd. So now that I know where everything's at, I'm going to fish this here. I'm going to pray to attack here. Now I have 115 crystals. I know that I need more than that. I'm short crystals here. Now I should be able to get them while fishing, but just in case I don't, I'll show you the best route to take. Shard, spike. Okay, so I'm teleporting back because I remembered that I had stuff all along here. So this is where a good bulk of my food's going to come from. So I'm just going to go grab it now. I should actually be good on crystals. I'm probably going to get enough here, which is nice. So I'm shooting for about, I need 200 to upgrade my armor and weapons. And then I already have a teleport crystal, so I don't need any more for that. So sometimes I find that fish don't come quick, and all that I do is give it another click on the pool. I do find that does tend to help a little bit. Okay, so that's a fairly good inventory. When you're doing this, you can let it just do that, but if you click on the range, it'll cook it a lot faster. So I just click. You do not burn any food in here, which is nice. So I'm going to eat up because I am not at full. I'm going to go grab the stuff that I dropped before. Go. Okay, so bow is going to be upgraded. I'm going to upgrade my top. I'm going to upgrade my bottom. And then I'm going to make halberd, which is number 3. And I'm going to upgrade. And I'm going to upgrade. There we go. Okay, so I have all that food there, but I know that I'm short a little bit, so I'm going to go grab some more. Each pool will only have 4 fish in it. I think that's enough. I'm just going to grab a couple more just in case. So I no longer need my scepter. Okay, that's enough there. I did actually forget to grab my other thing, so let's go back here and take that. Go. So once you drink that, even if you have the barbarian thing where you smash vials, in here it doesn't activate, so you get to keep the vial, which is nice. So I'm going to cook this food quickly here. I'm going to pick up the food that I have on the floor. I don't need this or this. I'm going to drop it. Take one more. Okay, so that's the run. So that gets you up to that. You get your bow, you get this. Oh, I'm going to walk this through. It's a little hard to commentate while I was doing it live. This is the boss fight here. So he's always going to start off praying one of the 3 combat styles. So whether it's range, mage, or melee. So that's why we need at least 2 weapons minimum. So again, I do recommend the halberd and I do recommend the bow. Those are the best 2 weapons. It'll give you the most DPS essentially. But so when we start off coming in here, he's going to shoot one of 2 things. He attacks with range and he attacks with mage. If you step under him, he will hit you with a trample, which is like a melee. So try not to step under him. But essentially what he's going to do is he's going to shoot you 4 times. So the blue is the mage. So he'll shoot you 4 times with that. Then he'll swap and he'll hit you 4 times with his range attack. He has a couple of special abilities. So one will kind of look like the mage, but it will actually drop your prayer. When you do that, you just got to pop your prayer back up. The next is he'll jump up in the air and stomp down like you had just seen there. So that essentially is like a little wave, kind of similar to, I believe it's Hydra. But essentially it's like the Hydra electricity. So it'll follow you around and you just have to avoid it. It doesn't last very long, but if you get hit by it, you will take a fair amount of damage. The other thing that he will do is you will see the floor kind of changes colors. So the normal is kind of a dark blue, and then it will sometimes highlight as a kind of baby bluish color. When it's the baby blue, that's a warning, and that means that you have to get off that floor area. If you don't, it'll turn to orange after a period of time, and when it turns to orange, what'll end up happening is you will start to take damage every single game tick. It's like 15, 16, 17. It's rapid. Don't stand in there. You're going to end up dying. The only other thing to really keep in mind for the boss fight is that he can hit hard, and he does hit through your prayer. So you might think that you're praying the wrong thing when in actuality you are actually praying the correct thing. But yeah, if you mess up a prayer, you're probably going to hit your 40. And the amount of purple lights that come will completely depend on how low his HP is. If his HP is really low, you'll get quite a few of them. If it's fairly high, you'll only have 1. The other thing that I want to quickly cover off after the... the other thing I want to quickly cover off is I had said earlier in the game how to get more crystals. But if you're ever short crystals for any reason, one of the best ways to actually get those crystals is to kill the unicorns, the scorpions, the wolves, the mid-level monsters. They'll drop between 60 and 100 and some crystals at a time. But yeah, this is my quick guide on how to do the gauntlet. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it helps you to at least get your first kill there. There are things you can do differently, of course, different paths you can take, but this is a general path that will kind of get you your first kill. And I found this is how I've managed to get mine. So thanks so much for watching. Good luck. Hope you guys get the pet.